Welcome back to Programming Learning with X-Hanky. Today we're covering while loops with break. We're going to be using Python, so let's get started. The key idea of a while loop is to make it do something over and over again while some condition is true. The break command, however, allows us to break out of the loop at any time, even if the condition of the while loop is still met. So, open up your Python interpreter and let's get typing. Here's our first example. We set I to 0, initializing I. Now, while I is less than 100, we're going to print I. However, if I is equal to 7, we're actually going to use this command break. So what this is going to do is enable us to break out of the loop actually after seven loops. So we can still break out of a while loop even if the condition of the while loop is still met. Let's try another example. So I is 0. Now while I is less than 100, if I equals 7 we're going to break and then we're going to print I. As you'll see here, because of the placement of the break statement and the if statement around that break statement, it'll be a little bit different to the previous example. As you can see, we stopped at 6 because we didn't get a chance to print I before we broke out of the loop. Okay, here's another one. So max, we're going to set max to 100. While I is less than max, we're going to do the stuff in the loop. However, we're going to test. If I is equal to 7, we're going to print number 7, and then we're going to break out of the loop and stop incrementing I. And there you go. Example's getting a little bit more complex now. So we're setting max to 100. While I is less than max, we're going to print I first. Then we're going to increment I by 1. And then, if I is now 7, we're going to print number 7 and then break out. So as you can see, the break statement allows a little bit more control over the iteration of a while loop than you would normally get. What do you think you're going to get here? And that's right. We get the first 6 numbers printed, then we print number 7 and we break out. Okay, let's review while loops. Remember, if you're still a little bit confused about how while loops work, then please go back and review the previous video we did where we went through how a while loop works. Okay, so here's our basic while loop. Initializing I to 0. While I is less than 10, we increment I by 2 and then we print I. What do you think is going to happen here? Add your comments below and tell me if you got it right. That's it, we just print 10 and then break out. Okay, while I is less than 10, if I equals 6, we're going to break. Otherwise we're going to increment I by 2 and then we're going to print I. What do you think you're going to have here? What do you think you're going to see? Can you figure the answer out? That's right, 2, 4, 6. Okay, today we extended our knowledge of while loops and we learned while loops with break. So that's all for today. Let us know what you thought in the comments below. I hope you really enjoyed this, and if you have any questions about how while loops or break work, just add them in a comment below and we'll do our best to answer them. Anyway, like, subscribe and ring the bell if you'd like to see more content like this. Subscribing to our channel really helps the channel and it helps us to make better content for you. And as always, thanks for watching and see you in the next one.